So in today's session, we are going to discuss about change management. First of all, we need to understand what is change. Okay. Guys, remember, in the organization, there will be different softwares. Okay. There will be different softwares like Salesforce, Power BI, Tableau, ServiceNow, Snowflake, MuleSoft, AWS. There will be different softwares in the organization. And suppose I'm a ServiceNow developer, right? I'm a ServiceNow developer. So as a developer, I will be given admin role, right? So as I have been given admin role, so I have deleted something. I have deleted something. Okay. So because I have deleted something, the organization employees are facing some issues. And later management came to know that something has happened in the ServiceNow tool. They will verify what was done and done. And they'll come to know. Uday Gadiparthi is a ServiceNow developer. He has deleted something. He has deleted something. He'll come to know. They will call you to the meeting room. They'll tell you, why did you remove these files? Did I tell you to remove these files? Before deleting, did you ask us? They'll ask you. Without asking us, how did you delete that? Very much. So then, if they have any concern on you, they'll excuse. If they don't have any concern on you, they'll ask you to leave the organization. Okay. So similarly, Salesforce developers, they will have admin role in the Salesforce application. The Salesforce developers will have admin permission in the Salesforce tool. They removed something in the Salesforce application. Because of that, all the employees are facing issues on Salesforce. Later, Salesforce management came to know that something has happened. And finally, they will catch who has done what and all. So they will call him. Why did you delete it? Before deleting, why didn't you ask us? Without our permission, how did you change it? They'll ask him. They'll ask him. Okay. If he has done intentionally, if management come to know that he has done intentionally, they'll fire him. If they haven't, if they came to know that this has happened accidentally, they'll excuse him for 1 or 2 times. Okay. Getting my point. So what I mean to say here is, in the organizations, if you have been given admin roles, you should be very careful. You should be very careful. Getting my point. Without admin role, you can't do anything. That's for sure. If you have been given admin role, if you are misusing it, there will be very serious action. There will be very serious action, guys. Okay. So then what happens is that, guys, usually what happens is that management will tell the developers. Management will tell the developers, if you have to do something in the application, you have to take permission from us. Without our permission, you should not make any changes. Even though you are a developer, right? You will be given admin role, highest permission. You are a developer, you will be given admin role, you will be given highest permission. Okay. You will be given highest permission. If you are given highest permission, don't misuse it. Okay. So owner is always a owner. The owner has given keys to his home. I mean, he has given a home rent to you. Okay. He has given his home for rent to you. That doesn't mean owner has given whole house to you. He has given only for rent. You have to take care of that home very well. If you break any wall, he'll come to you and ask you, without my permission, why did you break the wall? Okay, you are a tenant. You have come here just for staying purpose. You should not break the house. You should not break the walls. You should not break the doors. You should not break the windows. You should come and stay for a while and pay the rent and go. Getting my point? So similarly, owner is always a owner. You joined here as an admin, but even though if you have to make any changes, you have to ask your owner. You have to ask the management. If you want to make any change, definitely you have to ask your management. Getting my point? So if you want to add something, let us say if you want to construct a new room in the house, if you want to break all the walls and you want to make all total room as one room, total house as one room. So that means even if you want to add, even if you want to remove, even if you want to delete, whatever, you must inform the management. Without management permission, you should not make any changes. If you have made any changes, owner may ask you to leave that place, isn't it? He would have spent almost so much amount to that house, right? He would have spent so much amount to build that house. If you go and destruct that, it is big loss for him, right? Your rent doesn't matter for him. His house matters for him. So in that case, before we make any changes, we have to reach out the management. How do we reach out? We will have to create a change request to the management. We call it as change request. Getting my point? We call it as change request. So that means I have to make some changes in the ServiceNow application. Even though I have developer role, I want to make some changes. First of all, I have to go to management. I have to ask them. Then I have to make the changes. Getting my point? Without management permission, you should not make any changes. Okay, that is fine. So it can be any software. It can be any software. Before they want to make any changes, they have to create a change request in ServiceNow. They have to create a change request in ServiceNow. Guys, he can be Salesforce developer. He can be Power BI developer. He can be MuleSoft developer. He can be Tableau developer. He can be AWS developer. He can be Microsoft Dynamics developer. He can be Snowflake developer. He can be MuleSoft developer. Whoever he is, if he want to change something in their respective application, they must come to ServiceNow and create a change request. It can be any application. It can be any application change. They must come to ServiceNow. They must create a change request. That change request will go to respective application management. If you want to make changes in Salesforce, the change request will go to Salesforce management. If you want to make the changes in Power BI, the change request will go to Power BI management. If you want to make the changes in the ServiceNow software, if you want to make the changes in the ServiceNow software, the uh, uh, the change request will go to ServiceNow management. Getting my point? So at any cost, the change request must be created in ServiceNow. ServiceNow is the bridge. Getting my point? So there are actually three types of change request. Simple, sorry, normal, emergency, standard. These are the three types of change requests: normal, emergency, standard. Okay. So normal change request means when you have a proper plan. When you have a proper plan, you'll go for normal change request. What do I mean by proper plan here? So by this time, I want to add this something. By October 30th, I want to uh, I want to show a form to the employees. So that means you will have a clarity what you are going to add and by when you are going to add. You have a clarity. You have a clarity by when you are going to add. Okay. By when you are going to add, what you are going to add, you will have some clarity. Then you will go for normal change request. Okay. And you have emergency change request. So when do you go for emergency change request here? So when you have no clarity, what you have to add, when you have to add, when you have no clarity, you will go for emergency change request. I'll give you one example, guys. I'll give you one example. Let us say we all are using PhonePe app. We all are using PhonePe app. In the PhonePe app, when I pay the credit card amount, when I pay the credit card bill, hmm, if I pay today, that is getting credited after 10 days. Because of that, my CIBIL score is going down. You understanding my point? Here we all are using PhonePe app. Through PhonePe also we can pay the credit card bill. Through the PhonePe also we can pay the credit card bill. So we are able to pay successfully. After paying it, it is getting credited to the account after 10 days. Getting my point? So let us say today is my I am supposed to pay the bill today. What I do, I'll pay today. The amount is getting credited after 10 days. In the meantime, they are actually checking their account. This guy hasn't paid. We will decrease his credit score, CIBIL score. So many people are actually complaining it. Because of PhonePe, I have lost my CIBIL score. Getting my point? It is not for one person. Almost 40 crore people are using, around 40 crore people are using PhonePe. Okay. These 40 crore people, at least 2-3 crore people will become panic. because of this feature. They have to fix it immediately. They have to fix it immediately. So we will be using PhonePe, guys. We'll be using PhonePe. We'll pay the credit card bill. We'll pay the credit card bill, and the bill will be created after 10 days. In the meantime, you will think that the credit card bill is paid. When you see your civil score, you'll come to know that even though I have paid on time, the civil score is down. Why it is down? After all the research, you will come to know that because of this PhonePe app, when I paid it, it is crediting after 2 days. This is the reason I have actually lost my civil score. Something like that you will realize. So finally, PhonePe management will come to know. So this is what happening in the backend. So we have to credit this credit card bill amount immediately. We have to change it immediately. Getting my point? If you don't change it immediately, what happens? People lose trust. We lose trust on PhonePe. Do you remember we started using Google Pay in the beginning for payments? When we pay through the Google Pay, the payments are getting stuck. And we started using PhonePe. In the PhonePe, what is happening? If you pay, it will go. If it is not success, the amount will be in your account. If it is Google Pay, what is happening? The amount is getting debited. It is not crediting in their account. It is not crediting in these people account. That was the problem. When we started using Google Pay, the amount is debited from our account. The amount is not credited in their account. And it is asking one day to credit that amount. That is where people has become panic. And many people migrated to PhonePe. Are you Google Pay? We are using PhonePe only, right? Hmm? So we are using PhonePe only, right? Maximum we all are using PhonePe because when we transfer the amount, it will either transfer the amount or it will not transfer the amount. Okay. So either the amount will be in your account or the amount will be in their account. There is no panic mode here. So the Google Pay took some time to fix it. In the meantime, most people migrated to PhonePe. Because of that small issue, many people migrated to PhonePe. See how big impact it is. Hmm? If the payments were successful with the Google Pay, we would have used Google Pay only. We would have used Google Pay only. This is a Google product, right? PhonePe is our Indian product, local product. Okay. Google Pay is actually international product. So here we have to make those fixes immediately. So let us imagine we are Google Pay employees. We came to know that the payments are actually getting stuck in the middle. Do we have to fix them immediately? We have to fix them immediately. See, when you send the amount should be either sent to that account. The amount should not be sent at all. What is happening with Google? When you send the amount, it is actually getting debited from your account. It is stuck in the middle. The amount is not going to the third person. That is where people are getting panic mode. And that is where people have looked for alternative PhonePe. In that case, what Google Pay has to do? Google Pay has to immediately fix that. Fix that immediately. And Google Pay was unable to fix that. Getting my point? So that was the reason many people migrated to phone pay. So now what I'm trying to tell you is those changes are called emergency changes. Immediately need to be fixed. If you don't immediately fix it, what happens? People migrate to another app. Let me give you one example. We all are using WhatsApp, guys. In the WhatsApp, we are using audio calling option, video calling option. What if I disable audio calling, video calling option in the WhatsApp? What if WhatsApp company has disabled these two features in the WhatsApp? Do we stop calling? Do we stop audio calling, video calling? We won't stop. We'll choose another app. Getting my point? We won't stop calling. We won't stop audio calls. We won't stop video calls. We will choose another app for audio calls and video calls. There are a lot of apps where you can use audio calling and video calling. Even in the messenger also you can do audio calling, video calling. There are multiple places, right, where you can do audio calling and video calling. So that means here customer satisfaction is very important. Customer satisfaction is very important here. So in this case, Google Pay was unable to satisfy these customers, their customers. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to immediately fix them. To immediately fix them, we'll go for emergency change. Emergency change. And we have standard change, guys. Standard change means same change you have to do multiple times. Same change you have to do multiple times. Here there are showing two types. But standard change we will add plugin. No, madam. No. I'll tell you. So here we will now discuss about a standard change. Okay. Standard change means you will be doing the same change multiple times. Let me give you one example. If your organization has 500, if your organization has 100 servers, so you cannot upgrade all the 100 servers at a time. Okay. Okay. You cannot upgrade all the servers at a time, guys. If there are 100 servers in your organization, you cannot upgrade all the servers at a time. So first you have to upgrade 10 servers, then you have to upgrade 10 servers. Likewise, you have to upgrade 10 times. 100 servers, 10 times. Okay. Same work, you have to do it 10 times. If you upgrade one time, what will happen is that total service will be down. Total company will be down. Whatever the websites, whatever the applications that are running, right, related to that company will go down if you upgrade at a time. If you upgrade all the 100 servers at a time, total company will be down. You understand my point? So there is a company called HDFC company. HDFC is a bank. So it has 100 products. It has 100 servers. All the HDFC company related websites, all the HDFC company related applications. So every application, every website will be running on those servers. Will be running on those servers. Suppose if all the servers are down, no application will run. No website will be open regarding HDFC. In that case, total company will be down, employees won't work. In that case, what we have to do? We have to upgrade 10 servers first, 10 servers later. You have to upgrade one by one so that there won't be any service impact. Same work you have to do 10 times. Standard change means same work. You have to do multiple times. You have got an idea, right? Hmm? Okay. Well, guys, here, if you go to the personal developer instance, if you just type change here, click on create new. You can see emergency change request, emergency type of change request. You have normal type of change request. So remaining all these are actually standard type of change requests. Wherever you see pre-approved, okay, wherever you see pre-approved, these all are actually standard type of change requests. You got it right? Wherever you see pre-approved. Why do we call it as pre-approved in the sense? First of all, before we upgrade all the servers, we'll go to the management. Sir, we want to upgrade these 100 servers. Okay. Kindly provide your approval. Okay. So we will take approval one time. We will take approval only one time. Okay. So we will be doing the same change 10 times. Okay. That is why we will take the approval in the beginning itself. Getting my point? Getting my point? You will take the approval from your management. This is what the changes I am going to do it on the servers. He will provide the approval. So he will be doing the same change on 100 servers 10 times. Okay. Normal, emergency, all these are pre-approved change requests or standard change requests. So I am going to create a normal change request. You have to fill all the details. You have to fill all the details here. Okay. So you have to write justification why you need this change request and all. You have to write justification. You have to tell the management why do we need this change and all. We have to tell the management why do we need this change and all. Implementation. How are you going to add these changes? And what will be the risk impact? Risk impact in the sense when we make the changes, because of these changes, if any service down, let us say 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, so there will be service down. If there is a service down for 1 hour or 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you have to write it down here. Hmm? So risk impact means who will be impacted. Who will be impacted means, let us say, because of this change in the America, particular people, particular employees at this time, service won't be available. Something like that you will mention. Okay, we will mention them. So we are informing that because of this change, there will be a service interruption for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, service will be back. Because of this change, there will be a service interruption for 1 hour. After that, service will be back. So we will actually inform the management. Okay. So backout plan. So because of this change, existing functionality got impacted. What is your approach then? You understand my point? Because of this change, it has impacted the existing functionality. You introduce something in the WhatsApp, guys. Because of that feature, audio calling, video calling feature, chatting option is not working. Immediately you have to remove your feature. Right? Then how do you remove that new feature? Uh, how do you remove that feature whatever you have added? It is called backup plan. How are you going to test it? The actually test plan. You have to inform everything to the management. Why do we need this change request? How are you going to add it? What is the risk impact analysis? What is the backup plan that you are going to do? What is the test plan? So management will read all this. So management will read the short description, the planning, justification. When are you going to make the change? Usually we'll make the changes on the non-peak hours. Non-peak hours in the sense, Saturday, Sundays, employees won't be there in the organizations. Saturday, Sundays, employees won't be there in the organizations. Mostly. During midnights also, mostly employees won't be there. Mostly will be making the changes in the non-peak hours. Okay. So non-peak hours in the sense, Saturdays, Sundays, midnights. Before employees log into the work, we can do the changes. So that is the best time to make the changes. So end time I'm actually mentioning here as 29th. Okay. The management team you have to select here. Management group. This is the management group. Assignment group means management group. Yes. So here, after providing all these details, you'll click on request approval here. This approval will go to this particular management team members. So that is already there. Yeah. So once you create the change request, you will be able to see it, madam. You click on request approval here. So once you click on request approval, this will go to SS phase. Okay. This will go to SS phase. Okay. In the SS phase, okay, it will send an approval to the assignment group members. You can see assignment group members. Assignment group is application development, right? Application development group members receives the approval. These management team members, once they approve it, it go to authorized phase. So new to SS to authorize. The authorized phase, again it has sent an approval to the change advisory board approval. So change advisory board in the sense there will be a team in the organization. Team will be always monitoring the change requests. Okay. There is a team in the organization. The team will be monitoring the change requests. The team will be monitoring the change requests always. They'll check the change request quality. There will be a team, madam, change advisory board team. Yeah. So they will be reviewing your change quality. So if they find that they are following the change guidelines, they will approve it, or else they don't approve it. They will reject it. So once they approve it, it will go to scheduled phase. In the scheduled phase, it will wait for this particular date, 28th date. Okay, it will wait for 28th date. Once it reaches this 28th date, it will automatically go to implementation phase. It will go to implementation phase. So in the implementation phase, guys, there will be two tasks created. So implementation phase is the phase you will actually make the changes. At this particular stage only, you will make the changes. So here you are creating a change request. It is going to the management approval. Once they approved it, it is going for a change board, advisory board. Then it is going to schedule phase. It is waiting for the particular date. Once it reaches this date, only during that date only we have to make the changes. So in the implementation phase, there are tasks created, guys. One is actually implementation task. Okay, once you have made the changes, you have to complete this task. So once you have made the changes, you have to complete this task. Implementation task is completed means you made the changes. Okay. Hmm? So once you made the changes, you complete the implementation task, then you have to start testing by yourself. Once the testing is completed, you will close this task, testing task. Okay. Once these two tasks are completed, it will go to review phase automatically. It will go to review phase automatically. So in the review phase, you will provide your final feedback. In the review phase, you will provide your final feedback. You will click on close here. So where it will ask you to provide your final feedback. Then you will close it. Understand my point? You created a change request to the management. You clicked on request approval. Approval went to the management. It went to SS phase. Once they approved it, it will go to authorized phase. Their change advisory board team has to approve it. Once they approve it, it will go to scheduled phase. In the scheduled phase, they will actually wait for a certain period of time. Once it reaches the date, it will go to implementation phase, where there will be two tasks get created. So once those two tasks are completed, it will go to review phase. In the review phase, you will have to provide your final feedback. If the change is successful or not. If it is successful, you will actually close it. Okay. So that is the change request life cycle, guys. If it is emergency, you can see type as emergency. You can see model as emergency. If it is emergency, there is no management approval required. It won't ask for management approval. If I show you, you can see model as emergency, type as emergency. So emergency change request that should be done immediately, right? Nine 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 2. 9 Yeah. So we created an emergency change. In the emergency change request, this SS phase will be skipped. This SS phase will be skipped. You can just see if I click on request approval. If I click on request approval, this SS phase will be skipped. It is directly going to authorize phase. That means management approval is skipped in the emergency change request. Remaining phases are common. So it will wait for the planned start date. Okay. And it will go for implementation phase. There will be two tasks created. Once you made the changes, you will close those tasks. And then it will go to review phase. And you will provide your final feedback. You will close the change request. Okay. Got it, right? Fine. So only difference between normal change request and emergency change request is that the management approval will be skipped in the emergency change request. Okay. And now it comes to the standard change request. When it comes to the standard change request, guys, you will see type as standard here, model as standard here. I'll show you. When I try to click on create new here, so I'm choosing any one of the pre-approved change requests here. You can click on this one. You will be able to see type as standard, model as standard. Okay, type as standard, model as standard. Guys, here, if you see, there is no approval required here. This phase will be skipped, this phase will be skipped. Directly, it will go to scheduled phase. You can see, these two phases are skipped here. Directly, it went to scheduled phase. Because we have already taken the approval, pre-approval. Okay. So, where did we take the approval and all? I'll show you. So, in the emergency change request, management approval will be skipped. In the standard change request, these two phases will be skipped because we have already taken the approval. Okay. If you go here, click on create new. So, bank server upgrade. Bank server upgrade. So, if I scroll down here, you can open proposals. You can click on open proposal. Bank server upgrade, right? This one. This one we created. This is called standard change proposal. So we have taken approval from the management here. You can see management has approved it. So first of all, we have to create a standard change proposal, guys. Okay. You have to use standard change proposal here, open proposal. Or you can click on my proposals. So you can click on all here. All templates. So all templates means all standard change templates. So bank server upgrade, this is the one that we created. This is the standard change proposal that we created. So we got it approved from the management. So we got it approved from the management. Okay. So this is the one that we created. If you go to the proposals, if you just click on all. So this is the standard change proposal that we created. This is the standard change proposal that we created, guys. We got it approved from the management here. This is the one. Standard change proposal. We created this one. We got it approved from the management. So what is the proposal name? Bank server upgrade, reboot Windows server. This one. This one is actually bank server upgrade. Okay. So this one is actually approved from management. So that is what we are seeing here. If you just type change here, you can see bank server upgrade. This is called standard change proposal. So using this standard change proposal, we have taken already the approval. We have already taken the approval. So if you just open this one, okay. So this is the change request that we are creating. Type as standard, model as standard. To create the change request, it will directly go to scheduled phase here. Getting my point? It has skipped the SS phase, authorized phase. It went to directly scheduled phase. Okay. Clear, right? So rest of the phases are common. That is how normal emergency and standard change requests will work, guys. In tomorrow's session, we'll discuss about knowledge management. Okay, guys, remember we are ServiceNow developers. Okay, we are ServiceNow developers. We'll be designing this change request form so that every employee in the organization can use this change request form to create the change requests. Getting my point? We are ServiceNow developers. As a ServiceNow developer, designing this change request form is our responsibility. If you design the change request form properly, every employee uses this change request form to create the change requests. Remember, incident form design, problem form design, change request form design is our responsibility as a ServiceNow developer. Because every employee use ServiceNow to create the incidents. Okay. So every engineer use ServiceNow to create the problems. Okay. So every employee in the organization use change request to every employee in the organization use ServiceNow to create the change requests. So we are ServiceNow developer. Being a ServiceNow developer, we have to design the incident form, problem form, change request form, so that the employees will use these forms to create the incidents, problems, and change requests. Okay. Any questions from anyone, guys? Why the count is quite less today? So everybody busy. Everybody were doing Wednesday motions, right?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Uday, can we create the change request, change management, these three? So can we create this behalf of any other person?
Yes, we can create it.
But we need to be in the we need to be admin, right? Or else
Yes, yes.
okay.
But remember this point, guys. Designing this change request form is our responsibility. So that every employee uses this change request form to create the change requests in the organization. Remember, we
Okay.
are ServiceNow developers. We are ServiceNow professionals. As I told you yesterday, we are surgeons, ServiceNow surgeons. Like we have a heart surgeon, like you have different surgeons will be there, right? So similarly, ServiceNow related surgeons we are. Any changes related to ServiceNow, we will be doing it as a developers. Okay. Okay, guys. Any questions from anyone? Madam, any questions, madam? Hmm. Any questions from anyone, guys?
Sir, what exactly the tech stack we have to learn? A little bit JavaScript, you said. Other than that, anything else?
Nothing much. Only JavaScript basics are on us.
So, in our entire career, we need to, work hands-on on this kind of pages only, or we need to do some coding
Maximum.
on some other IDE.
So maximum will be working on these forms. So there will be form designs. Okay. So we'll be using 10 to 15% scripting as well. I'll show you where to use and all.
But I think this is the designing. It is not a developing, right, sir?
So
Developing
this is
means we have to do
designing.
some coding,
Yeah.
right?
So see, we can divide it into two parts: customization, configuration. Designing comes under configurations. So whatever is already there, you will actually add it, remove it. That is actually called configuration. Customization means which is not already there, you have to do it.
Do
Customization
it
means
means designing or developing.
designing, developing. Designing means configuration. Customizing means developing.
So I want to know in the development point of view, for
Hmm.
example, if you go for any interview,
Hmm.
they will ask, are you a ServiceNow admin or ServiceNow developer? I will answer ServiceNow developer.
Yeah.
So as a developer, ServiceNow developer, what code you have written or what modifications you have
Yes.
done, something like that. Then what is the answer? We cannot simply say show this particular page. Then definitely the interviewer will ask, hey, this is just a designing form only. Where is your code? What code you have
Hmm.
written? I want to see that.
Hmm. Hmm.
For
So,
that question, what is my
uh,
answer?
uh, how many days since we started this training?
Hardly 1 week.
Hardly 1 week, right? Just the titles are going on. Movie
Right.
hasn't begun yet.
Yes, we know that, sir. But I
So these
want
are
to
only
know this.
titles, okay?
Right.
Once movie has
My
begun,
understanding.
you
Hmm.
you'll get the answer.
Exactly. So, so what technologies? You said some little bit JavaScript. Other than that, anything
Yeah.
else, or
So
only the
JavaScript
JavaScript?
basics plus ServiceNow related APIs. Okay, there are
All
ServiceNow
right.
related APIs like client side APIs, server APIs. There are some APIs like Glide User, Glide Form, Glide Ajax, Glide Model Form, Glide Dialog Window, Glide List, Glide Navigation, Glide Scratchpad, something like that. There are APIs. Only those APIs will work only in ServiceNow. ServiceNow APIs plus JavaScript basics will use it. Where exactly we will
Any
use it?
IDs?
Where do we do the customizations and all? I'll tell you. Okay,
Which
don't worry.
ID we can use here?
Yes.
ID. Linux.
Hello.
All right.
I didn't understand you, Sridhar. You were asking something.
Which IDE? IDE tool. We have some Eclipse, IntelliJ, something like that, right? In other domains. So like
For
that, do we have
practicing
any
and all.
specific? Right, right.
So we have background script here in ServiceNow. So this is the place where we will be executing our script.
Okay. Once inside the companies also we have to use this or any company
Yes.
specific from they will
No, no.
provide.
Even in the companies also, you will have to use background scripts only because it is a
What's his
cloud
name, sir?
platform. Background script.
Okay, okay. All right.
So you can use these shortcuts. You can use slash command here. You can just type busy here. Or else you can go to the application navigator, type background here. Okay.
All right.
This is the
Fine.
place where we'll be practicing here. Okay. This is
Right,
the where
right, right.
we'll
Got
be
it.
executing the scripts. So let us say I want to print my name. So you have to use bs.print to print the console, output in the console. This line is used to print the output in the console. So Uday Gadiparthi. This is called background script. If you run this, you can see the output here. You can see it is showing Uday Gadiparthi name here. So this gs.print is used to print the output in the console. So we'll be executing the scripts here. Okay. Well,
All right.
guys, We don't we will execute the scripts here. Where exactly we will write the scripts here? In which scenario we'll write the scripts and all? You will clearly learn each and everything. Okay. Getting my point? Yeah. Okay, guys, keep up your good work, and Sridhar, keep up your good work. Okay, and I see your enthusiasm. Please
Yeah,
maintain
thank
the same. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you all.
you.